Hi, good day everyone. I'm Midshipman Holanda, and today's video we will going to discuss the criteria and damage stability. Basics of damage stability determination and relation to SOLAS chapter 2. Damage stability is the study of a vessel's ability to remain afloat and stable after sustaining damage that causes flooding of one or more watertight compartments. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea establishes criteria to ensure that the ships have sufficient stability to survive specific damage scenarios. These requirements aim to enhance the safety of ships, their crews, and passengers. Key principle of damage stability. We have number 1, watertight integrity and subdivision. Ships are designed with watertight bulkheads and compartments to limit the extent of flooding in case of damage. The subdivision of the ship into watertight compartment ensure that the vessel can remain afloat and stable even if certain compartments are breached. We have number 2, floodable length. The floodable length is the maximum length of the ship that can be floated without causing the vessel sink or lose stability. Positioning of watertight bulkheads is determined based on floodable length calculation. 3. Stability after damage. The ship must maintain sufficient positive stability or measured by the metacentric height or GM and righting lever after flooding. We have a SOLAS chapter 2 criteria for damage stability. We have 1, applicability. The damage stability requirements under SOLAS chapter 2 apply to passenger ships, example, ferries, cruise ships, cargo ships over 80 meters in length. Specific additional criteria for tankers and vessels carrying hazardous cargo. And we have number 2, subdivision index. Passenger ships. The subdivision index measures the ship's ability to survive the damage. It is calculated based on the probabilistic damage stability principles considering probability of damage, likelihood or damage occurring in different compartments, probability of survival, ship's ability to survive damage to those compartments. Weighting factor, number of passengers exposed to risk. The vessel must achieve a minimum required index which is specific to type and size. We have 3, extent of damage. SOLAS specifies the extent of damage that the ship must withstand, including horizontal extent, damage to the hull over length equal to minimum of 3 meters, vertical extent, damage from the baseline up to the bulkhead deck, penetration depth, damage extending inboard by a specific distance, usually where B is the breadth of the vessel.
Damage assumptions. Symmetrical and asymmetrical flooding stability is assessed for both symmetrical and asymmetrical flooding cases, as flooding may be uneven depending on the damage location. Permeability assumptions. Different permeabilities are assumed for flooded space based on their usage. 95% for machinery spaces, 60% for cargo holds, 85% for passenger spaces. Stability criteria. After damage, the vessel must meet specific stability requirements, usual rating lever GZ, minimum residual GZ of 0.05 meters at an angle of flooding, range of positive stability. The range of positive stability after flooding must be at least 15%. Angle of hail. The hail angle after flooding must be not exceed 25, ensuring operational safety for passengers and crew. Area under the rating crew. The area under the rating crew must meet prescribed minimum values to ensure adequate stability. Damage stability calculation methods. Probabilistic approach based on a likelihood of damage to various compartments and the ship's ability to survive, commonly used to passenger and large cargo ship. Deterministic approach assumes specific worst case damage scenarios and evaluates the ship's stability after flooding, common for tankers and smaller cargo ships. Modern stability software. Stability software performs rapid calculations for damage stability according for free surface effects in flooded compartments, asymmetrical flooding scenarios, structural stresses, and residual stability. Critical factors influencing damage stability. Free surface effects. Flooded compartments introduce free surface moments, reducing metacentric high GM and stability. Processive flooding openings or failures in waterline boundaries can lead to flooding spreading to adjacent compartments. Ship loading condition. Initial loading condition. Cargo distribution ballast significantly influence the vessel response to flooding. Design features like double buttons, longitudinal bulkhead, and flood control arrangements enhance survivability. Measure of enhanced damage stability. Waterline integrity. Regular maintenance of waterline doors, bulkheads, and damage control plans. Detailed plans and drills to manage flooding and maintain stability. Baffle plates. Plating baffles in tanks reduce the free surface effects during flooding. Cross-flooding arrangements. Systems that balance water increase between compartments to minimize heeling. Used to ballast. Adjusting ballast to improve stability during emergency.